What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Just a few quick words before we dive into today's content. I just want to give a huge thank you to all of you that have been tuning in every Sunday for these GTR restoration build videos. I really do appreciate the support and all the love in the comments. It's really cool to see. And yeah, continue to drop them comments below. It really is appreciative. And if you guys could, I would appreciate you hit that like button too if you guys are enjoying the content. If we can get about 2,000 likes this video or more, that would be awesome. Also, for those who are not aware, I'm currently offering up a lot of merch available, so go ahead and check out the link below, and hopefully you find something you like. I know a few guys that are watching are probably new and not subscribed. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Got a lot of cool stuff coming up on the agenda, and some other cars that we'll dive into pretty shortly as well, apart from the GTR. So with all that being said, I appreciate you guys as always, and enjoy the video. I'll catch up with you guys at the end. All right, moving over to the left side of the vehicle. Now, removing this is actually simpler than you would think, just because, well, we're kind of just slicing the floor, so that just kind of speeds up the removal process. As far as the spot welds that we currently have to deal with, so I'm gonna have a few up here, couple up here, maybe just one or two. There's gonna be two up here, and then two on one side and one on the other, and then basically we're just gonna chop it. Check that out in there. Woo-wee. Yep, that's what we don't want to see. And then it gets just worse. So yeah, that's the floor. Oh yeah, oh, check this out. Oh yeah, I'm sure those that haven't seen would like to see the condition. Pretty bad.
Oh my God. Take a look at that beauty. What a beauty.
Wow. This one is definitely a bad example. I mean, what happened here? Did they jack up on this? I mean, I only assume it actually does have some imprints right here. You guys see those? I mean, all in all, it's pretty much destroyed.
Now, all in all, this is a good foundation for a GTR.
So really happy to get rid of that. Oh, look at up top too. Jesus, I mean, come on. Clearly this thing is in, I would like to say pretty much brand new condition. There's the rust we're dealing with on this thing. That's cool. Definitely looks so strange without there being anything here. It doesn't even feel like a car anymore. Yeah, the floor is just seen better days. And then up in here in this pocket, this is gonna take some cleaning. So that's kind of what I'm gonna go ahead and do now and just start cleaning everything up. I'm gonna have to probably replace this same flange here again. What is this? Wow, yeah, you know, I love this car, man. I really do. I really do. I love this thing. You know, it really is teaching me a lot. I gotta be honest. A lot of me thought when I bought this car, obviously you guys know the whole story, dream car for 15 plus years, been saving up, finally got one, turned out to be a piece of crap. Going back a while, I'd always thought about having, you know, I watch all these old school videos and seeing all these GTR shops in Japan and be like, man, that's cool, you know what I mean? Just being specialized in them is kind of my what was always been like my dream. And what better car to get specialized, you know, to learn the ins and outs from is you know, something like this. Granted, a little more thorough than what I expected, but we're learning, and I'm just trying to embrace the process. And I used to just be really upset and be like, why me? But now I'm starting to just embrace the process, man. Take it one step at a time, and we're getting there. We're getting there. So obviously, new rocker in place, old one absolutely junk. So happy to see that gone. No more rot holes here on the side. Inside obviously looking great. The floor is still junk. Now basically what I'm gonna go ahead and do is just get it trimmed up, get everything trimmed up to how I want it. And I'm really adding to my collection on this right hand. This is kind of falling off. I ordered some anti-vibration gloves and stuff like that because I really should be wearing some gloves when dealing with when doing what I'm doing. No one likes cut up hands, man. They use these things too much, and this just makes things inconvenient. Rust is to a minimal.
Rust is to a minimal.
It's starting to get there. It's starting to be minimal. Hopefully at one point there will be none. That's the goal. Okay, better. I just need to make, I think, a little bit more room down here, you guys can see. But up here we have good air gap. Get ourselves a nice, it's like 1/2 mil too wide, honestly. I probably cut a little bit more than I would like to. That's another top tip. Always cut less first, and then you can always cut back more. You can't, it's a lot harder to add material than it is to remove it. So everything up here fits up really good. You can see, really nice. And yeah. Just need to fill with this spot back here and actually cut the floor, little floor tab off. So actually looking down here as well, I got lucky. Look at how well that fits. I mean, that's like OEM. So this bottom part of the rocker actually kind of folds in. I don't know if you guys can make that out right there, but it curls around like these couple layers of metal that are on the inside. And actually you can see it is absolutely perfectly lined up. Because I made all these are all, I'm sure if you guys have been following me, this is all remade. I made all these panels, so good to know that everything's fitting up and looking good and lining up how it should. So obviously none of this is completely done, so don't mind it, but yes, happy about that. Okay, well, I just had a pretty eventful last 2 hours. Opened the garage door, I had to grab something from outside. A baby bat fell from, I can only assume, from the top of the door That's like 16 feet, and this bat was at the size of a lighter. I mean, probably not even that big. Dude was on his back, laid out, not looking good. I was like, oh man, oh dang it, man, this ain't good. So I picked him up, put him in a little cup, in a little blanket, just to, I don't touch bats too, apparently. I didn't touch him, so I got him in a cup, covered him up, put him by a little heater, and dude was not moving, not looking good. And like 20 minutes, I just happened to be over there checking up on him, and he starts, you know, his eyes start to open and close a little bit. I'm like, good sign. And then 5 minutes later, all of a sudden, after not moving an inch from the moment I picked him up, dude just walks out and flies out. And he's up there, now he's up there. He's up in the wall, up in the ceiling. So, yeah, that was hectic. Happy that he's all right. God damn, that was an experience, man. But I did get this thing fitting up perfectly. So as you can see, I got to take my measurements exactly in 3 points, the same millimeter measurement as before. I got my little angle from my digital angle finder, and I actually have that in my Amazon store if you guys want to go ahead and purchase one yourself. They're super nice. Having a digital angle finder is just, I mean, you can't beat that. To the 10th of a degree too. I mean, come on. So we checked out everything. Everything is good. The only thing that I have to adjust a little bit is just welding it in place, because I need to kind of rock it this way a little bit, and just to match the angle that I had on the inside here, and that should take care of that. But I'm actually gonna go ahead and now just, well, first off, I made my clearance down here, so we're all good. I actually already cleaned up all the rust that was hiding in that front pocket up in here, so that's all cleaned up. I hit with the rust treatment last night, cured overnight. It is obviously now the next day, and now I'm gonna go ahead and just clean up anything else that I need to clean up and throw some weld-through primer on it. That way it has a good overnight time to cure up and dry. Making progress, guys. It's so cool. It's so cool to see, and it's just crazy to see like this unit that we removed. I mean, it was so bad. I mean, it's just absolutely destroyed. So yeah, it's just really, it's really satisfying to see it gone.
Marquier, Cross, Greco, Schlosser, Lenovi, Shaw, Kerr. Winning by himself is how long the drop has been for a win on a Suzuki. Let's take a look at the numbers here. 111 races since Suzuki won last, and you know really seen it happen to this extent, right? I mean, Adam came over, like a bunch of my friends and teammates came over.
We are pretty much ready, well, almost ready. So one more step to do, but I got the weld-through primer in its place. That's where all the copper paint is. If you guys ever see that on the car, it's not rust. I know it kind of sometimes is like, it tricks you, like, is that rust? No, this is copper weld-through primer. It's great stuff. It's probably some of the best you can buy on the market. So all applied in areas, basically the areas you apply it is between two layers of metal that get welded together. This whole area, you know, matches then up with this area up in here. So you get the point. So it's just basically a paint that allows welding and corrosion resistance and so on and so forth. So all right, first couple tacks, and I need to just now get this angle where I need it. It needs to be 1.6. Oh, it's got to go this way. The more I get it tacked, we'll obviously keep an eye out on that measurement and make sure it's where we want it, but everything else is looking great.
See ya. She gone.
Well, what can I say? It's looking really good. Just have to kind of bend this back in shape. You kind of see it's kind of bent up, but when you get this where it wants to be, like everything lines up perfect. You can see the lines right here. Hopefully it shows up on camera. It'll be absolutely, it's a little bit off right now just because these magnets aren't really holding the best and I'm kind of out of clamps, but as long as I kind of start tacking it in position as I go, it's all lining up absolutely beautifully. And then I just kind of threw this piece back on here. It's just kind of floating right now, but I actually remade all of this portion down here. It's pretty good. It's pretty damn good. I'm really pleased with how this is shaping up. So I'm gonna work on the fitment a little bit more and then remove it and then kind of make sure everything's finalized behind there. I have to finish some welding and yeah. Stoked, man. It's coming out good. Almost got this rocker kind of completed, then obviously final welding, but ooh, it's good to see. Just go ahead and I'll show you up in here. Got this all finished up. So love that. Welded all together. Now it's one piece, looking great. Well, if you haven't seen, this is the piece that we made. Again, this one's already primed, prepped, ready to rock on the inside. All 2K epoxy.
What I'm going to have done, and this might be a mistake, I'm going to have all the glass in coated because it's lighter. I don't really like powder coat and it's cheaper as well. And I'm not going to have these on for long, I'm just going to swap them. So it seems like the best thing to do. And if you do that, the existing fitting
Fitting up pretty good. A little more trimming to do, a couple areas. But yeah, we should be getting close. I'm actually going to have to go ahead and toss some paint under here in this area because there is none. Oh, show you this. All welded, all good to go. So yeah, looking good. This is good. This is helping me. It's good. All right, 2K epoxy primered in this little pocket, and then obviously weld through primer in the areas that need it. So this little area is pretty much done. The only spot that I need to go ahead and work on still is this back piece here, which is pretty much part of the whole wheel, the inner wheelhouse. And you guys probably can tell just how corroded and lack thereof my wheelhouse is. This piece will be coming off again. We're just getting it in place for test fitting and final fitment of the quarter panel. Brand new, man. It's looking brand new. And I tell you what, this epoxy primer, it's gonna make this stuff so it'll never rust again. So, and especially in this area, love that. All right, let's keep on moving. Just wanna update you guys. And oh, I also, I don't think I showed you guys, but I actually bent in my little flange here. You guys can see this rolled over flange because that's the same thing that happens with the stock rocker. It's kind of tricky to do. I don't really have any great tools to do it, so just kind of a slow process, but we got her done. Okay, so we got a slight issue with the rocker. Hang on, let me show you. Nothing major, but using the straight edge just along the rocker to make sure that it's straight. But as you can see at the end of the rocker, before we can get to my piece that I made, we have a bit of an air gap. So this little portion at the end here kind of caves in a little bit. So I'm now gonna have to move this and try and get this into shape, because you can see we're right along super flat, and then right at the end here we got ourselves a gap. I don't know if that's showing up on camera, but we can't have that, because then we're gonna have a wave and kind of a dent in the rocker itself. So granted, this will be covered by a side skirt and it really doesn't matter, but it really does matter as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that shaped up, and hopefully at that point we can keep on rolling. Always something, always something.
Okay, this is a problem.
Alright guys, so I definitely got it better. But it's not perfect. So up here, it's still not where I want it. It's fine, but the further I come out, what's happening is this piece is slightly bent out. So it kind of, no matter what I do with this now, this is now gonna be the problem. So I now have to get this part, this side of this little piece right here, you can kind of see it's like its own little thing. This part has to go backwards. So to do that, I'm gonna have to basically chop my little seam here, push it in, level it out, and weld it back up. But right now, I'm not gonna worry about that. That's minor detail stuff. We'll do it just because I don't want to have to use body filler here to make it all smooth. I just want it to be clean. So that's kind of where I'm at with this piece. Hopefully the other side fits better. Yeah, it's just a bummer. But I mean, hey, you know, it is what it is. I made this piece from scratch, you know, with the fact that it's just a little bit off, and I based it off a really crappy rocker. It is what it is. So let's leave it where it's at. I got a couple 2-3 tacks up here. It's in place. It's not gonna go anywhere. It'll give me a good general idea as to fitment with the quarter panel. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get that mocked back in place. See how we're looking. Alright guys, well that's going to be it for this one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Little by little, man, we're chipping away at this thing and getting rid of all the rust on the car. So it's really cool to see. I mean, the amount of rust that's left on it is, at this point, it's safe to say it is minimal. However, there's still quite a bit left to do. So a lot of big parts still left to come on the car as far as the whole chassis restoration. And before you guys know it, we'll soon be getting some primer on this car. It's pretty crazy to think that, but it's inevitable at this point. So yeah, I'm sorry I can't stop cheesing, you know what I mean? It's just a really cool moment. We've come so far in the car, and you know, it's yeah, it's just I'm trying to recognize what I've done, and it's just cool. A lot of sweet stuff coming up in the next video, so I'll see you guys all back here next Sunday. But without further ado, thanks for watching, thanks for liking, thanks for subscribing, thanks for commenting. Share, I wouldn't mind a share with your friends. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.